Hello, welcome to Pandora's Tarot. This is the reading for the week beginning June 25th. I'm using, as last week, the Shadowscapes Tarot with images by Stephanie Pumulaw and Barbara Moore. So we have two cards. Luckily, this week, both cards are coming up in the upright. Remember, last week were in the reverse. Now, it's interesting because even though the cards are different and they have a different position, the energy is still pretty much the same. We have in the challenge position, although I think it's a bit more productive. These cards are much more productive than, to understand what is going on than the ones we had last week. But let's look at these cards. We have the Nine of Pentacles in the challenge. Now, the Nine of Pentacles is an interesting card because we have a woman playing the piano, and the piano is part of a tree, and the tree is almost like it's the piano itself. You know, it's a very... it's an interesting relationship, the reciprocity between both things. And it's almost like the woman is part of nature as well. And the thing here is that she's not looking down at her hands and focusing only on what she can play, focusing on what she can create. She is looking up. She's looking at the tree, at this pentacle sort of mandala thing we have between the branches of the tree. So she is looking at a bigger picture. Okay, she is contemplating a bigger landscape in a way, and that's what this card asks us to do. This is a week where it's going to be very easy to just get distracted by one small thing and to focus on one material thing, And what the tarot is saying to us here is, no, you need to take a step back to look at the entire image, because I feel like there's information missing that we don't have just yet. And this is why this entire month of June has been like, we feel like we have to get into action. We feel like we have to make decisions. But somehow the tarot is constantly saying, wait, not yet, just not yet. You need more information. You don't have all the pieces of the puzzle. That's what it feels like. So if we focus on just one thing, we might believe that we have all the information that we need. And the reality here is that we don't. So this is why the tarot is saying the key to this week is perspective. And this is what will be the hardest thing to achieve. Now, how can we achieve this? Well, we have the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords, it's a very interesting card to go along with this same energy that we have been talking about. If we look at the image, we see a woman who is resting, and the swords are going through her hair. It's a very interesting symbol of how the swords is the element of air, and the air has to do with the way we think, the way we express ourselves, the way we use words, our mental thought patterns, if they're negative, if they're positive, and how those patterns really shape our lives. And with this Four of Swords here, the advice is we need to meditate on this situation. It's still not the right time to make a decision or to go into action. Okay. The Four of Swords is a card that calls for us to meditate, to ponder upon a situation, to even rest, especially for those of you who maybe the month of June and this lack of action has been very stressful. You need to give your body and your mind a chance to be healthy, okay? So it's not a crime to stop this week, try to stop everything this week and to take a rest as much as you can, of course. Doesn't mean that you can take, a week off work, but if whatever you can do to rest, to in a way isolate yourself from others, to whatever you can do to be able to be alone with your thoughts and to evaluate this Nine of Pentacles, this situation that we don't have all the information just yet. That would be very positive. Okay, the key to this week is to be able to, in a way, slow down the world around us so we can take a step back and, you know, do what the woman in the Nine of Pentacles is doing, looking up and look at the entire tree and not just, you know, a few branches or the roots, or, you know what I mean? It's just there are a lot of things we need to consider in this situation, evidently. And the tarot is saying you are not seeing them all just yet. Okay? And another thing I want to say about this is that since the tarot has been saying this for, I think, the last 3 weeks, it means, I think, that not just we are not able to push and get this information. You know, it's not like they're coming out of this other pieces of the puzzle. It's not dependent upon us alone. Okay, it's not like we can just do this by saying, oh, I need to, you know, push more, or I need to do this harder, or I need to try more, whatever. It's not that. Clearly there is information coming from other sources coming into this situation that we need to evaluate. This is why the tarot is still saying, okay, hold on, you need to study this better. You can't make a decision just now, because it will be a lot of you might choose the wrong option. So the entire month of June, I think it has been, it still is an exercise on not giving in to the pressure, okay? Whether it's pressure that we are putting upon ourselves, or that someone else is putting upon us, okay? So I hope this reading is helpful. Thank you for sharing, commenting, and liking, and I'll see you next week. Take care.